Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
健康宝宝。好客气老师和他的新婚太太前往位于一个偏僻小岛上的一间特殊医院准备怀孕。医院教导他们许多如何怀有一个健康宝宝的方法。但是好客气老师发现医院在很多方面没有做好规范，而令人难以接受。
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, but not just reading, reading aloud. You should be practicing not only your reading, but also your speaking and pronunciation skills. We have a new story. I'll read it first, and you can listen along. And then it's your turn to read it aloud. Now here we go. The article is called Healthier Babies. Healthier Babies. Teacher Hao is getting married. All of his students are happy for him, and they tell him about a new hospital on a remote island that is offering special services for newlyweds. The hospital core services focus on helping newlyweds make plans to become parents. However, their facilities also act as a resort, and where newlyweds can live for up to 1 year while they're preparing to have children. Teacher Hao is not sure that this would be the best way to spend a year, but his wife insists it would be the best for their future child. Well, says Teacher Hao, if it's good for the baby, then we can go. After arriving on the island, they start their classes. First, a doctor informs them of the importance of a healthy lifestyle, eating proper food and getting lots of exercise. Teacher Hao agrees with this, and he joins his wife in the gym, and they eat the best food selected by the hospital's nutritionist. The next class focuses on dietary supplements and medicine. The doctor pointed out that sometimes it was not possible to get all of the vitamins and minerals an expectant mother needs by eating proper foods. So the newlyweds were given a cornucopia of bottle after bottle of supplements and medicine: folic acid, B vitamins, iron supplements, calcium, and much more. Teacher Hao reads about this before and couldn't agree more. He was beginning to really like this place. The next day, the doctor introduced the principles of genetic screening. One wouldn't want a future child to be burdened with genetic imperfections, would one? The doctor informed the couple current technology could screen eggs and sperm to detect all major genetic mutations, and only the healthiest zygote would be created. Teacher Hao's wife enthusiastically agreed, but Teacher Hao was not so sure. Nonetheless, they proceeded. Things went well, and several weeks later, the couple was busy with prenatal care. The doctor met with them and informed them it was time to conduct an ultrasound and amniocentesis to detect any medical problems. Teacher Hao was already attached to the unborn baby and thought it was unnecessary. But his wife reminded him to think of the health of their future baby. Also, the doctor says with a big smile, you can check the sex of the baby to make sure it's the one you want. The test revealed that the fetus may have a slight problem. There is less than 1% chance the baby will be born with a debilitating genetic mutation that will leave it severely handicapped. Teacher Howe's wife was in tears. "What are we going to do?" she cries. The doctor intervenes and informs the couple that they could have an abortion and start again. Teacher Howe did not like this idea. "It's such a small chance, and I believe the baby will be born 100% healthy." His wife's eyes brighten, and she wants to agree. The doctor shrugs his shoulders. "Well, it's your choice," he says, "but just in case, I should let you know that infanticide is not illegal on our island, and we can handle things if it does not turn out well." Teacher Howe and his wife did not take time to say goodbye to the doctor on their hasty trip to the airport and the flight off the island. Is this so shocking? Is the time for all of mankind to arrive on this island close at hand? And should that worry us? Now that's the end of our article. Very interesting. It's about Teacher Howe, and he gets married. Him and his wife go to a special place to plan for having a baby. And they teach him about health and nutrition, healthy lifestyles, eating the proper food and medicines and vitamins. And then as they progress, they get more and more serious into controlling how the baby will be. In the end, they do genetic screening, which happens right now quite often. They have, in Taiwan and around the world, quite often they do have ultrasound and amniocentesis to see if there are any major defects. Now the problem is, on the island they found out that the unborn baby might have a chance of being handicapped with a big genetic mutation. The doctor says, "Well, let's have an abortion. Let's get rid of the baby and start all over." Teacher Howe didn't like that idea. He says, "I think it's going to be okay." But then the doctor says, "Well, okay, if you want that way, but don't forget when you have the baby, if it's not healthy, infanticide." What does that mean? Infanticide means to kill a baby. To kill a baby is not illegal. The doctor means if you don't like it, you can get rid of it and start again. Well, that totally shocked Teacher Howe and his wife, and they went to the airport and flew out of there. Now, that sounds a little bit crazy. It's manipulating things to the extent where the baby is almost just like a product that you would buy at the store. But in the end, it did sound shocking. But up until the very end, well, that's quite often what we do all the time anyways. We do screening. We make sure that the baby's going to be healthy. Maybe not all places have infanticide, but abortion is not uncommon. And in some countries, especially where they like boys, you see like in China or in India, there is a big difference in the number of boys and girls. Should be more girls, but it's actually more boys. That means that something is not going on right. So, is this really that shocking? Is it really, really crazy? We're almost there right now, but is it right? Now, you think about that. Now, that's it for our reading. Don't forget to read this article aloud. You might have to take 1 or 2 tries to finish everything, but give it a try and try to finish the whole article. It's lots of fun. Now, let's go on to the last part of our class.